Got this Maddox tool from Harbor Freight. We're actually doing ball joints right now in my Dakota. So Harbor Freight, 90 bucks. You don't necessarily have to buy these. You can go to Advance Auto or O'Reilly's or something like that. The auto stores usually have some type of brand. I don't know exactly what brand it is, but they usually have this tool on stock. You just have to rent it. So you got to pay the $100 and something, use it, and then bring it back, get your money back, which is a great deal actually. But being that I do so much work on the side, 90 bucks Harbor Freight. I don't use them a ton, but you know, I'll probably get my $90 worth out of it. So we're gonna give this a little check. We're gonna check it out, see exactly how well it works compared to. Well, let's rip that. How well it works compared to the higher end ones.
Lay it on the table so everyone can see.
Maddox Superior Automotive Tools Ball Joint Service Kit for 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Part number MA10-1. So
Let's open it.
let's open it up. That's what we got. A bunch of different fittings, adapters. And, I don't think you can really screw these up. I mean, these feel pretty heavy. Ball joints usually aren't in there super tight. If you're going to screw anything up, the threads on this, oh, this is pretty heavy. Threads on this seem pretty good. Anytime you work on anything like this, you can even see. It looks like it's even got a little bit of grease on it. But what I do is anytime I'm using a tool like this, I use, especially if you're renting it, be nice. Put a lot of grease on this. Make sure you don't overdo these threads. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to my truck and see how well it works.
Cut.
Alright, so the tool's set up. This is the biggest one they have. It's odd because it works, but it's not real nice around here, as you can see. If it won't focus, it won't. Of course not. Why would it? It should be able to break it loose still, but let me show you. If you come over here and look, this is the second size down, but here's the new one, and it's like perfect. This is how we're going to install it using this one. It's perfect size. The other one is too big. It's the biggest size they have. Either way, it should work, but it is just a little odd, at least on this truck. So, all right, let's tighten this thing down. All right, with a couple hits, we're good. It's moving down. Oh, there goes the air compressor. But yeah, it's working great. Made sure you had lots of lube on there. Again, I was worried about that it's not really nice, but again, it's working. Still loose underneath, so you know you're getting it down. So we'll just keep hammering on it. It's gonna fall apart using one hand here, but all right, I'm gonna catch it. I don't want it to fall. So that's what we got. It's sitting in there. Ugh. Here's the old one. Came out no problem. So yeah, that's what I used. Really crappy and dusty, but dirty, I mean, but yeah, you see it's got different levels for different sizes. Clean it off, but it worked great actually. I mean, that 90 bucks, if you're gonna do these a lot, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but 90 bucks, man, worked great. No issues at all. Now we just got to put it back together, but putting it together is easier than taking it apart, so let's do it. Alrighty, so we have the setup. As you can see, pushing the ball joint up in, you want to make sure that this cap is on top and that it's out of the way. So when the ball joint is getting pressed up, it doesn't actually hit the cup. All we're going to do is tighten that. It's going to bring this up in. The ball joint itself is going to come down through, go up in. It should be good. We'll give it a try. All right, so we're not done yet, but I wanted to show you progress. I hit that for like 5 seconds, barely. I mean, the impact was putting it right up in. But yeah, I mean, it's going no problem at all. As you can see, this piece, since it's already up there, I can kind of do it with one hand now. Well, kind of. But yeah, that holds it there. This part goes like so. Okay. And that cap, again, the cap. If the cap isn't around the outside, this part is going to push into the cap. So you're going to make sure it's on the outside. It usually works no problem at all. Just make sure you can move it. All right, I'm gonna tighten this back up and put the clip back on. We'll be good to go. So far, like I said, this tool, perfect. No issues whatsoever yet. That's it. That is it. It's up in. As you can see, I don't know why this thing does not focus at all. Either way, it's flush on the bottom. Up top, you can get your ring. We'll put that on there. Maybe put a little bit of grease. Put our Zerk fitting in, and we're done. The Maddox Harbor Freight tool, perfect. Love it. Happy investment. Definitely use your discount codes though. 90 bucks. It's worth 90 bucks, but I mean, they give 20% off all the time, so make sure you use that bad boy on there. All right, that's it for that one. Let's put everything back together. All right, so we're gonna do my thoughts on this this Maddox 10-piece ball joint service kit. I did it on a 2005 Dodge Dakota 4-wheel drive. No issues whatsoever, worked great. Obviously the paint's gonna chip off. Threads seem to be good. I mean, I was really getting on it and it pushed it out. The only problem is this one actually worked pretty well. My ball joint itself, which is right here, came out pretty easy. Maybe if you got one with a ton of miles and it's rusted in there solid, maybe the threads will give up, but that's just kind of normal with these. I've seen it happen a lot. That's kind of why I bought my own. Is it worth $90? For me, yes, because I will use it and I know who's beating on it. And if I break it, I break it. If you go to Advance Auto or one of the auto stores, you might bring it home and the threads are stripped out or something on it. Then, you're out of luck. You just wasted gas and then they don't have another one. Stuff like that. So to me, it is. But if you're going to do this one time, don't spend your money on it. I mean, just Advance Auto has those ones, or O'Reilly's, they have them. You can just use theirs. But I mean, for 90 bucks, if you got $90, $95 with tax, if you got that money laying around and you're like, you know what, I need this tool, Harbor Freight, man, that's where it's at. So very, very pleased. Thank you. Great tool. Love it.